Okay, I have never done a sourdough starter before. Like I said, my bread is limited to cornbread and biscuits, but I'm going to give this a try. Now, this is just the recipe that I found on YouTube that seemed to be repeated the most. If somebody else has suggestions for a better way to do this, I would surely love to hear from you. It said 1 cup of unbleached flour. Apparently you're supposed to be very careful to make sure it's unbleached flour, so that's what I have. And I happened to pick up some new canning jars this week, so that's what I'm going to use because it said make sure it's a glass container. I'm trying not to make a mess. Well, I'm not doing a very good job. Okay, 1 cup minus what fell on the table of unbleached flour, 1 cup of filtered lukewarm water, and 1 teaspoon of yeast. Now I'm supposed to stir this, cover it with this cheesecloth, and put it somewhere warm for 48 hours. So we'll be back in 48 hours to see how this is going. Okay, so I have 2 different types of starters going here. The one on the left with the purple hair tie, because I may not have rubber bands in my house, but I have hair ties. That one is the one with 1 cup of unbleached flour, 1 cup of lukewarm water, and 1 teaspoon of yeast. The one with the nice green hair tie on it has 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of lukewarm water, no yeast, and just a sprinkle of sugar. So we're going to see which one of these does better. And again, if you know how to do a sourdough starter, please let me know in the comments down below. Okay, like I told you at the beginning, I've never made a sourdough starter before. Now, some of you may have spotted what was going to happen when I showed you my 2 jars of starter, but I had no idea what was about to occur in my kitchen. Apparently, the second one that I made, you really can't fit 2 cups of flour and 2 cups of water and yeast starter in that size, in a quart-size mason jar, because a calamity occurred in my kitchen. 10 minutes after I made that video, I had a sourdough starter volcano on my kitchen counter. It was coming out of the cheesecloth and running down the sides of the jar and onto my countertop 10 minutes after the video. I wish I could have grabbed the camera and filmed it then, but it was just too much of a mess. So now that batch is now sitting in this, whoa camera, my camera stand is breaking, in this very large bowl, and it seems to be continuing to grow. So I'm not sure that that recipe is exactly the best one I want to use, while this one in this jar seems to be okay. So that made for a really interesting morning. See ya.